I just realized the recording just ended, so started a new one here. But yeah, let's see, where was I? Yeah, so look into Bobby says, look into Carl Lentz on YouTube, that older guy with the beard. He allegedly navigates the system effectively. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that, they're really good at doing that. And I've seen videos from here in the US, from the UK, some from Australia even. And, they're all over there. And it's helpful to understand these things as well.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
know the enemy, otherwise, how are you going to fight against them?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sister Faith, yeah, that's funny. But yeah, they do this all to try to entrap us into their beast system and to, falsely giving them authority over us when they really have no authority over us.
Yeah, I battled with this for years, and like them verses we were talking about earlier, like submitting to authority, and like studied it for years, and like because it didn't sit right with me. And then yeah,
Yeah,
got bits and pieces upon bits and pieces, I guess.
yeah.
But
It's
it's
interesting because
definitely been powerful.
yeah, I only learned about this stuff a few years ago myself, you know, and that's where I started seeing all this, and I was like, wow, they really do just they lie about everything, they manipulate everything, and it's all for this base control.
Yeah, absolutely. And so much of the control is tied to the legal fiction. And like when you actually know that legal fiction and people stop giving it power, there's a lot of things you can do to like step away from it. And I think that's like coming out of Babylon.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's part of it for sure. And it goes with, we have to be in the world, but we don't have to be part of the world. And, that goes with
Yeah.
getting out of Babylon and getting out of the Gregorian calendar system, all these things. And, sometimes it takes baby steps to do these things. But as long as we're on that path and we do these baby steps, we continue to take these steps to get out of Babylon, we can eventually fully get out of Babylon.
Yeah, absolutely. And like just seeing this group and like everyone working towards, you know, their own or like everyone's, different parts of the body and working on different stuff, which is awesome. Like working towards, a collective coming out of Babylon, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's how we should be, honestly. We should be coming together. Of course, we're going to disagree about things here and there, but 90% of what we all agree about
Yeah,
is all there in scriptures, and
yeah,
that's the majority. So, despite our differences, we still can come together, and we are all a different part of that body, honestly.
yeah. I'm learning so much, like since coming to Flat Earth, like 4 years ago, I think, and like how much I had learned. Because I used to be like Jehovah's Witness and like before, and then just stepping out and being able to like study everything again outside of the governing body. Yes.
Yeah, right?
Um, and then yeah, finding about apocryphal texts and yeah, there's just been so much like yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, no,
Going down the rabbit hole.
yeah, right. And no, that's funny because, when I was with my son's mother, I was quote unquote studying to be a Jehovah's Witness. And for some reason, I never fully committed. Yeah. It just didn't feel right, the whole governing body and, listen to what we say. And, we have this chosen, corporation style, people at the top that are going to make all the decisions for you. You know, sure, read
Yeah,
scripture, but read it through the lens of our Watchtower magazine, things like that. And, look into all
yeah,
the symbolism behind all that. Even, their main headquarters in Holland or something like that. It's literally a square and a compass with the all-seeing eye in
yeah. I've seen that. I got that on my Instagram as well, I think.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
also,
got sucked in because it was sort of like a nice, I don't know. It just from the outside looked different to Christianity, and they actually looked like they were practicing what they preached until I like learnt more and tried to teach them more.
Right. Uh, were you gonna say
So,
something really
sister,
quickly? I'm sorry.
yeah, well, no worries. I'm sorry. I was just going to say it's really encouraging. When we see like individually, like Abraham, he called him out. It was just him and Sarai and some family members, and Yahuwah was able to like work on his behalf and really like bring him out for like a singular, like a very small amount of people. But when Yahuwah had the collection of people, like out of Mitzrayim, he worked on their behalf in ways that they could not do for themselves. And so I think with some of it, it can get overwhelming. But if we cry out like they did, if we cry out against the abominations that we see and I want to
mm,
take a part of this, I want to put up all of the stuff that they do, but instead it's vexing to us and we don't want any part of it, he also will move on our behalf as well. And because he scattered us, and that's a beautiful thing, is he knows that he scattered us as a part of the judgment, but then he promises to bring us back. So we have to be willing to like shed off all the things that we can do ourselves, but not endanger our families, not endanger children, not endanger anyone, but to continue to cry out and let him fight for us, let him show himself on our behalf.
100%, absolutely.
yeah, it's good.
He's a man of battle. He's gonna help us to fight these battles. He'll help us to overcome these things. And you know, without him, none of us are really anything. Honestly, I know. Speaking for myself, I would know nothing if it wasn't for Yahuwah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, like
oh, go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, I think he'll for sure move supernaturally like in Egypt. And yeah, it's exciting time to be alive. But yeah, like you're saying, Jeremy, who he's made us into and who we were. Um, I could have never imagined, that on my own or becoming someone like who I am now on my own. But it's, yeah, been a blessing like nothing the world's offered me. So yeah, it's been awesome. Hallelujah.
Yeah, yeah. All praise to the Most High. Yeah. Shabbat shalom, Sister Jamie. Glad you can be, and glad to have you part of the family for sure. Sometimes we have super long fellowships. So If we're on when you come back, feel free to join in again. But yeah, no, it's all very important stuff, and it all connects, behind the curtain, deep behind the scenes. We can see it. It's like a spider web of Satan that all connects behind the scenes, and he's right there at the center of all the deception and the lies and all of these things. And what that web does, it tries to stop us from seeing Yahuah and his true path and what's written in his word, things like that. Yeah, no, good to have you here, sister. And yeah, that's what we're about here. We're all about learning, studying out his word, and you know, we can what I have learned in this past year of, fellowshipping together with everybody here is, if it's backed by scriptures, it's definitely worth taking another look at, regardless if you agree or not. And even after looking at it, you can still agree to disagree. And it just helps to deepen our studies and, have that personal relationship with Yahuah. And because it is that personal relationship, and that's what brings us closer to him, and then he reveals more truth to us. And then when we come together, we can talk about it and discuss it, and that's how we get these, revelations and confirmations and things like that. Truly amazing, truly a blessing as well. So yeah, no, it's always amazing coming together with everybody, fellowshipping. I look forward to it every single week, truly. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without all of you. You know, we've been through the fire together. We've been there for each other. We've helped each other up. We carry each other's burdens, things like that, and truly, that's what it's all about. And
Yeah, being encouraging time, brother, or just there for each other and as brothers and sisters. At these times, they're going to get pretty hectic. A lot of people are starting to wake up pretty rapidly. It makes you think some big things are on the way.
yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And you know, thanks for reminding me, Sister Faith. I don't know if Marissa's in here, but if she wants to play a song, that would be amazing. I see Bobby's in here, so yeah, if she's able to play a song if she wants, or if not, it's all good. Or even Sister Ellie, which let me see, I don't see her any. But yeah, either one or both. So yeah, we'll wait and see. She's probably busy at the moment. No worries. And yeah, Shabbat. Welcome to all those just joining as well in the live fellowship here. Good to have you. Good to see you here. And if anybody has any questions or comments or anything they would like to add, feel free. The only question, or sorry, let me repeat that or start over. The only dumb question is a question that's not asked. So don't feel afraid to ask questions because you don't know something. That's how we learn.
Okay, I have to go back to the calendar. So when we figure all this out with everything that Marissa's studying, does this mean that we're going to be on, like one will be on one day, like depending on where you see the equinox?
Wait, repeat that one more time. Sorry. You
What
asked if it.
looking at, is this going to confirm or clarify on whether or not Nick Vanderlyn or whatever his name is, has it correct where one's on the 19th, one's on the 20th? Like, or the whatever it is for each year.
Yeah, because it would be that same solar day. So
My
the sun
question then
rising
that is that if Iowa sees it on the 19th, but Indiana sees it on the 20th, well, we're only 8 hours away. And we're all, I don't understand how that works. Unless
I think it might have to do with that magnetic inclination, because it basically goes right down the middle of the U.S. there. So maybe that has something to do with it. I think Marissa would probably be better equipped to answer that one for you.
all right, I seen that, but it's just I don't understand how it's the same solar day in the U.S., but she doesn't have to rush. I'm not going anywhere, Bobby.
Yeah, no rush.
I just wanted to put that out
What
there.
did you say?
So if I'm in Indiana, and they said that the equinox, because I didn't test it myself, but when I don't know his name, Faithchild was going through and that he had Indiana on the 20th, but then of course Iowa was the 19th, and I'm thinking, well, Iowa's an 8-hour drive for me. That's not a day away, and the sun is still the same solar. You know what I mean? How does that
Yeah.
work with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can look it up for your area.
Yeah. Oh, I know what the day was, but the thing, what if if it's different than like, a state that's 3 states away, but yet they, time wise, they're only an hour behind me. I'm on Eastern time. They're on Central, right? You guys are in Central?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why I was thinking that it was more of our latitude towards the north on what to adjust. And I don't know if means anything. But if it was when we're looking, since we have the internet, if it's the earliest that the equinox is sighted, that day would go, and that's what we all adjust our calendars to. I don't know. Confusing.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna be different dates, Kim, but I'm gonna look. And like I said earlier, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to look at every time zone just to get like a really good grasp on it and like how the sun is moving and making that solar day.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I know it. I'm sure it's a lot of information to pour over as well. So, but
This is where
very.
I'm into that it's what what Yah sees, And then the earliest record of equinox would mark our start of the year, which it may be a different day, but if you went by the earliest that an equinox was shown, shown, I don't know how that works with the north as far as like what he would see, because if it starts going around, does it go by that earliest sighting of an equinox? And then based on wherever you are latitude wise on what your degree is to the north, did they know how to tell through the stars or whatever what the adjustment was? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some way that we can test this through, what he's given us. Sorry, my grandbaby's in the back. Instead of just using the internet, they knew how to do this, and that's what I was seeking. And I don't know how to do all the different. I've got something that's got numbers on it and a wheel, but you know, I'm
Yeah, I
learning.
gotta look more at it, Kim, and check every time zone and really get a better idea of it. But I see what you're saying.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, good question. Thank you. And yeah, no worries about the ruckus in the background. It happens.
So this might be a stupid question, but like you said, Jeremy, there's no stupid question. When you say solar day, is that meaning just the part of the day that you see the sun?
Yeah, so it's going to be when the sun is rising and setting, and we're all seeing it on that same day, basically. And so, for example, like Marissa was saying earlier, on our Sabbath, like here in Arizona, today we started at noon, but it was 5 a.m. for Jermaine, and it was like 8 or 9 p.m. for Brother Ken. And so Jermaine's in Australia and Ken's in the UK. So we can see, we still are on the same solar day, even though the Gregorian date would be different. And it's because they're saying, well, Australia is actually the first. But what Marissa's seeing is Australia could be the last. And Ken would be actually the first. So
Oh, I'm
maybe
not
she
getting
can
it
help me
yet.
explain that a bit
I'm
better.
not getting it yet. Yeah. No, that's okay. For another night too. It's fine. It's a lot too. Just trying to figure out what the solar day is.
So basically, when you see the sun,
Okay, so we're going to see that different times than Jermaine and Ken are going to in East Coast and
yeah,
Yeah.
West
but
Coast.
go ahead, Marissa.
Yeah, it'll be a different time slash Gregorian date here, but in reality, in real time, it's at the same time. So, like, even if it's 1 o'clock here, or like 5 a.m. for Jermaine, or 6 p.m. for Ken, we're all seeing the same sun.
At the same time.
Yeah,
Okay, I got to get my brain around that. We're all seeing the sun at the same time, even though they're on a different time.
right.
Okay, all right. I'll work on that one.
No worries. And I know Marissa's said she's going to be working on slides to put together, and that'll probably help out even more. So a
Absolutely,
lot
yeah.
of it are visual. So yeah, the 24-hour solar day circuit, and that's I guess that was kind of the example I was given because, noon here, 5 a.m. for Jermaine, but, 8 p.m. for Ken. Technically, we're all still on that same solar, even though the Gregorian date would be different. We're still on, we're all seeing the sun at the same time, basically, on the same day. Yeah, yeah, there you go, Bobby. Standardize using a map and draw out the circuit of the sun using a 24-hour clock. Yeah. So kind of similar to what Nick did there with his mapping.
I didn't mean to laugh. I meant to hit thumbs up. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, yeah, no, it's it's kind of easy to misclick things, and it happens to me too. Telegram is kind of funny sometimes, but it works. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree, Sister Faith. Yahuah has definitely blessed Marissa with all that wisdom, and it really took all of us coming together too to figure it all out. Because we each have different areas of, I guess, expertise, for lack of a better term. I've been studying and reading the Dead Sea Scrolls since like 2017, 2018. So, that helps out a lot in all these studies as well. And then Marissa, she's got all the information about the luminaries and the things about the North. Sister Natalie as well. You know, Apparently Bobby does as well. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. All time zones are standardized and not doubled. Yeah, interesting. But we can see there's something much deeper to this right here, and we're slowly uncovering it. Yeah, no, sorry. We know you're busy there, Sister Marissa. You got your hands full. Oh, so those are the numbers that are turned the wrong way on what Bobby shared there.
Yeah.
It's interesting how they do that, huh? They always got to like mirror things, flip it backwards, upside down. Oh, thank you, Sister Faith. Yeah, it's true. We do need to support each other, just like, Aaron holding up Moshe's arms and things like that. And yeah, just keep on doing what you guys are doing. And, if you have anything that you find or find interesting, feel free to share. It's definitely worth considering and looking into. And, the more we can come together and check all these things out, the more eyes we have on it, basically, and the more we will be able to see and, figure this out. Yeah, there you go, Kim. Exactly what I was saying. Great minds think alike. Because yeah, I mean, this is what it's really all about. We just come together like this, and Yahuah leads these things, and we just get deep into these topics, and it's like, wow, it happens so much and so often. It's so amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Dominique. Yeah, and if we're not friends on Facebook and you guys are in this group, feel free to send me a friend request. Just let me know that you've done so, because like I said, I don't always check all the notifications on Facebook. So in case I miss it and you've sent one, just let me know. Yeah, no, sometimes I get the same way, Sister Kim. Glued to these things, and sorry, got to check out this chat or these scriptures or the study. No, that's the thing too. Telegram kind of does drain battery quickly. I always constantly have to have mine on the charger when I'm not on my computer. But your phone may be at death's door with its charging, but you're not. You're on the right path. But yeah, no, it's always an amazing fellowship. I love coming together with everybody here. Truly a blessing. All the information and input and everything. I love it.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Something I just wanted to add from way back at the beginning of the fellowship this morning, when they were starting to talk about detoxing and being careful what we put in our bodies and what we do. And one thing that came to my mind, they were talking about detoxing, and I find it interesting that now some people might listen to this and go, ew, because we've become so fashioned to think like the world. But when we have underarm hairs and all the hairs on our body, all of those hairs are for detoxing our body. And women have been brainwashed, fashioned into believing that they need to shave under their armpits, shave down low a little bit there where the lymphatic system is down in the crotch, and shave the hairs off their legs and shave all sorts of things, pluck all sorts of things, and it's robbing the woman, or men have to decide to just shave their beards as well. So it's robbing the people from being able to actually detox their skin, detox their body. So yeah, just thought I'd put that out there. Some people look at a hippie as such and go, ooh, you've got hairs under your arms, or ooh, you're letting the hairs grow on your legs. And it's like, but that's what Yahuah gave us. He gave us that. He knows every hair on our head, but obviously everywhere else as well. And they were there for a purpose. So yeah, the powers that be are just robbing us bit by bit, all for the love of vanity, mind you. It's all about vanity and what we look like in front of other people and what our husbands or boyfriends or whatever might think when
Absolutely.
they touch. Yeah, so thousands of years ago, no one in their right mind you, shaved anything off their heads or their hair, under their armpits, in their groin, off their legs, and I'm pretty sure they would have lived a healthier life. They detoxed. Their bodies were continually detoxing.
Yeah, and to that aspect, all the healthy foods they were eating, the non-GMO things, the natural things, that also helped with the detoxing process as well. But,
Oh, absolutely, 100%, yeah. There's all these little bits. There's so many parts to the degradation of people. It's just become a huge mountain. But bit by bit, as you understand or learn or desire to change something, if you can, then there's, it's probably beneficial that you do. And if you don't want to, that's totally fine and up to you. But if something resonates with you and you feel like the Ruach is showing you that you should stop doing this or start doing that or whatever, then, it's probably a hint for your health. Yes, we can pray and ask for healing and things like that, but we still need to do. There's things that we still need to do to walk out the things,
Constantly.
Yeah. Anyway, you probably all know that. You know that the condition of my armpits now.
no worries.
It's not a it's not a massage therapist's dream, I can tell you.
That was part of my realization too, when I realized, stuff isn't all just order out of chaos or whatever from the Big Bang, and there's purpose to everything of creation. So yeah, you want to find out its purpose, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd put that in there.
No, thank you, sister. And, definitely something to look into as well. Because yeah, we have hair for a reason. So, it has a purpose. And if it's to detox and things like that, and they're showing us, hey, we should cut all this stuff off and shave. And I think, the getting men to shave their beards and things like that is all part of the demasculating men.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to go, clean shaven and things like that. Well, no, it's not. That's not how we were made.
Yeah, and like Jermaine was saying, to get everyone into vanity and lust and yeah, just I don't know, stuff that's not needed.
Yeah, exactly. We see Messiah didn't care about his vanity or how he looked and things like that. He didn't have a place to lay his head. He was a traveler, a wanderer. So, same thing with Yohanan the Immerser or John the Baptist. He was a wanderer in the wilderness, although he was a leader of the Qumran community, but he was wandering around that area as well, doing the immersions and things like that. And yeah, our eyelashes and eyebrows and things like that too. Everything really. You always learn something new every day, huh?
I've been gone for a while. What are we discussing?
Well, I guess the topic of hair.
Oh, well, I kind of gathered that at the last moment. Like,
Losing it where you don't want to lose it, and then it's growing where you don't want it to grow on your face.
oh, wow, I came in timely. What an interesting conversation.
Right? See, we get into all kinds of stuff here.
Okay.
Sarah, I was just going back over when you and Simi were talking about, choosing what to eat and what not to eat for the benefit of our own good. And then I was talking about detoxing and how the hairs on our body help us to detox, especially, under our armpits, and how, the world as we know it now, they're all into, taking away all the hairs from our body. So our bodies aren't detoxing properly. And then they're rubbing all these chemicals underneath the armpits as well to stop you from perspiring. I didn't mention that, but yeah, so, people are pulling all the hairs off their body for the love of vanity, but not realizing that we need them there for health. That's where I was going.
Mm. So are you saying don't shave your legs or something?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well,
So hairy legs help detox, huh?
Well, hairy underarms definitely.
And how is that?
The armpits, the arm hairs, that's where all you get moisture coming out from underneath, and the hairs help that to detox properly. And then you've got people putting things to stop you from sweating as well. The Father's given us hair where he's given us hair, and man has started to pluck it out, wax it off, shave it out. But the hair was put there for a good reason, for a protection and for a detox. And we weren't doing that, or people weren't doing that thousands of years ago. It's a vanity thing. It's an acceptance thing. It's a beauty thing. It's not about health. It's about the love of self and what other people, think. So, yeah.
Well, everything in our body has a purpose and duty, even the appendix.
Yes, actually. And when you live in a place that has a lot of little creepy crawlies, like far north Queensland, Australia, if you have no hair on your legs, you can't feel them. When you have the hairs on your legs, you will feel a mosquito land.
Oh, believe me, I can feel those suckers. Hair or no hair.
Oh, okay. Well, you feel them quicker and faster when you have a hair that they've just landed on. But if they land on a hairless leg, it's not as easy to pick up straight away in your sensories.
Yeah, you cut all your antennas off.
Yes. And that's what I was thinking as well. It's like something was said after that bit of a health section, talking about the energy. Marissa was talking about stuff. Sorry, I've got a mental block. But the frequencies and energies and all this sort of stuff, and everyone's pulling the hairs off their body, and they're not getting that. All these hairs actually have a reason. They have a vibration. I don't know the words. I'm just saying stuff. I think there's something to it.
Yeah, I've heard things like that before too, Jermaine.
Right. Cool. And men
like
taking all the hairs off their
longer
face.
Your hair,
yeah,
the longer your antenna, so the longer, or
you cut out.
Cut out there.
I'm still working this microphone. So the longer hair you get, the the longer and better antenna that you get, so the clearer signal that you get, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Samson had
Right.
some strength for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Well, if
Maybe
you
his
think,
strength was because of his obedience to the Most High.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah, but I think long hair in men is great. You
Yeah,
know, it was
yeah.
Yeah.
the Egyptians shaved their heads,
Yes.
and they
And the
shaved their
beards.
beards into different designs and shapes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that all came from Egypt. Interesting enough, huh?
yeah.
Mm. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting point there, Lisa. You know, the hair vibrates like frequencies, just like the water does. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a wilderness experience for sure. And yet, no, I'm the same, Bobby. Like, I, I cut the top of my hair, but my beard, it's staying. It's not going anywhere. No way.
I don't think there's anything wrong with cutting your beard, but I think it's good to have some beard.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think most people misinterpret that scripture about marring the edges of the beard. It has nothing to do with shaving the beard or shortening, and it has to do with doing what the pagans did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if someone wants to grow a long beard, that's great too.
You know, my thought is, that's how Yahuwah made us. And, you know, as a man, we're supposed to have facial hair. That's how I see it. That's why I grow my beard. But yeah, some people can't grow beards and things like that. But it's not a salvation issue though.
Yeah. Yeah, my thoughts are the same.
Oh wow, you trimmed it for the first time in 7 years last week. Interesting. Yeah, it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've been growing mine out. Aw. Happy wife, happy life. That's how it goes. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Angel. Good to see you, brother. And Natalie as well. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, you guys are missing the hot conversation here. Yeah, yeah. No, no, don't even worry about that. Yeah, the hair conversation. Yeah, yeah, no. Some people, they have that conviction. You know, that's their conviction. And if they feel that's what they need to do, then that's what they got to do. Do all things in fear and trembling. Here today, gone tomorrow. Interesting the topics we get into here. Huh? But yeah, no, good to see you here, brother Angel. I pray you're doing well. Man, can you believe it's been another hour already? 5 hours we've been on. It doesn't even seem that long.
Awesome.
Sister camp, right? To shave some time off your shower. I mean, honestly, yeah. Time is really the most precious thing we got. So the more you can save, the better. Oh boy. Hilarious. Mr. Faith. That is quite the topic there. Maybe it's a good thing the chat can't be seen on the video. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I always love spending Shabbats here with all of you. It's so amazing. You know, good time, funny, and yeah, those what's the name for it? Some tip on my tongue, but yeah, they go around and they take care of bushes, trees, like all of it. Forestry mulcher, thank you. Yeah, no, laughing is definitely very healing. You know? Oh yeah, one of those would be fun to have for sure. You know, funny story, when I was working at Home Depot tool rental, I was able to drive and operate all these different tractors like that. And we had everything from small little Bobcat ones, which is similar to what's in that little what is it, GIF there, and all the way up to these like huge giant ones. And you know, it's kind of cool learning to operate them, and it's fun too. Yeah, they are definitely not cheap, not cheap at all. Yeah, yeah, it's not too difficult, honestly. There's a lot of levers and, you know, the double pedals, even triple and quadruple pedals sometimes. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. Yeah, save the grass. Hilarious. Yeah, no, it's always amazing. Uh, don't cut smoke it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Need an excavator in the future. Oh yeah, yeah, that would definitely be uh perfect for that situation there. Excavators come in pretty handy, even if you don't need it all the time. You know, I'm kind of blessed because, you know, Yahuah allowed me to have all kinds of different jobs in all kinds of different fields. You know, building houses, doing flooring, roofing, electrical work, arborist work, which is, you know, tree cutting, things like that. You know, landscaping. Landscaping is where we used a lot of tractors. And then when I was working there, I was a lead technician at Home Depot tool rental. So we got to use and operate a lot of different tractors there. I learned a lot about different ones from that job, actually. I learned even how to work on, you know, power tools and things like that. Yeah, backhoe. Yeah, they're kind of stiff, but, you know, they do help when you do need them. I guess, I guess stiff would be the best word because, like, it just has that, you know, double bend arm. It only bends in two places. So, yeah. Yeah, no, tractors and they usually last a good long time as well. So, you know, it's a really good investment and not very maneuverable. Exactly. Yeah, rental as well. You can rent. But then if you need to use it more often than not, you know, I would definitely consider, like if you're gonna pay more to rent one than just buying one, like that's how often you would need it, it would be better just to get one, you know. But if you only need it like once in a blue moon or whatever, however they say it, once in a while, you know, renting is a good option for that. Yeah, there you go. That as well. You know, actually, that's what my neighbor does. He has a tractor. It's a backhoe, and he's got a front loader bucket. But that's what he does is he rents out his service to operate the tractor and things like that to those who don't have it. So very good idea there. Yeah, yeah. Even going in with somebody else who needs it. Yep, precisely. Coming together as a community for sure. I hear here I'm just answering the questions in the chat on the video now. Everyone watching is probably like, huh? But yeah, you know, it's just more reason and evidence as to each other, and then we can come together just like this and figure things out. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Pacey family. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, maybe if nobody has any other questions or anything they'd like to add, we could probably end the video discussion here. Yes, actually, Marissa, let's hear a song.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was thinking of Faith. Oh, because I saw her say that earlier.
Yeah, there you go. She's been waiting patiently.
I come I will bless your name, though you ruin me. Still I will worship, sing a song to the one who's all that I need. My heart and flesh may fail, the earth below give way. With my eyes, I'll see the Most High, lifted high on that day. Behold the Lamb that was slain, and I'll know every tear was worth it all. Though you slay me, yet I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. Though you ruin me, still I will worship, sing a song to the one who's all that I need. Though tonight I'm crying out, let this cup pass from me now. You're still more than I need. You're enough for me. You're enough for me. Though you slay me, yet I will praise you. Though you take from me, I will bless your name. Though you ruin me, still I will worship, sing a song to the one who's all that I need. Sing a song to the one who's all that I need. Sing a song to the one who's all that I need.
Awesome. Thank you, sister. Amazing. Love it.
Yeah, I
You
love
know,
that song.
yeah. You know, it hits special for me, especially right now too. You know, and I appreciate it truly. Yeah, bravo, bravo. Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah, thank you. That was nice.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
we love all your songs, sister. Truly.
Yeah, maybe sometime Bobby and I can duet it because he's able to play it on the guitar, and that sounds really nice having both the instruments going.
That'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Will we hear Bobby sing as well?
um, I I don't know. I haven't heard him sing while he was playing yet, but I know he'll definitely play it with me.
I see him typing there. Oh, we have to there you go. Yeah, no, me too. I thought that's what you meant by duet, like he was gonna sing with you. That's awesome. I didn't know he played guitar as well. That would, fit perfectly. I can't
Yeah.
sing at the same time. Thank you, Sister Jackie. I appreciate that truly, and you are amazing as well. And Shabbat Shalom to the Pacey family. Good to have you all here, and it's truly a blessing, and it brings so much joy to me. Just being able to come together like this, and it makes us stronger together as well. And truly, I love each and every one of you. And if any of you need somebody to help walk through the fire with you, feel free to reach out. I may not be able to respond right away, but I will always try my best to respond and be there for those, especially who are in need. And there's plenty of you who've done that for me, and I'm so grateful and thankful. All praise to the Most High Yahuah. Yeah, no, we love you as well. I love all of you, each and every one of you. So yeah, I think nobody has any more questions or anything they'd like to add. I think we may end it there for this evening. Awesome, yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Lachlan. Feel free to share all your posts here if you want. We made a special tab for you, brother.
Thank you. I don't even know how to find it yet. I'm still trying to find it.
Here, are you in our library group? Maybe that might be the thing. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. And for all the new people as well, if you haven't joined the library group yet, it's our second group we have to keep track of all the files, the PDFs, the scriptures, different topics on different things, all kinds of stuff, Dead Sea Scrolls, you name it,
Oh,
it's
awesome. I got it. Thank you.
yeah. And Sister Natalie, she did a really amazing job with a lot of the slides about the calendar and speaking about the North. And she even put together a PDF of the calendar for this next year coming up as well. This year and the one coming up. So yeah, check it out. It's all in there. All praise to the Most High.
Oh, cool. She got like 40 of my posts in here.
Yeah, quite a few of them. I think Sister Kim's on top of that one.
Awesome. Thanks, Kim.
Right. We got a lot in there, so yeah, it's all for everybody there to study out. Take it all to the Father, and yeah,
That's
it's
it.
all about coming together in love and compassion and just humbleness. And that's what we're about here.
Yeah. There's so much more like power in it. That's what I've not liked about it, like being set apart and, you get ripped from so many different groups. But yeah, it's nice when you are in one.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've been through so many different groups, and for various different reasons, I either left or am no longer a part of them because I was removed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to have like a decent group like this, a really good group like this, and
Mm.
it's what we really strive to be. And of course, like everything else, it's had its ups and downs, but that's only brought us together and made us stronger together as well. So refinement.
We need to get a goal of, and then put a system in place. Like I have a goal of like, I don't know, it'd be cool to like have local fellowship. But yeah, it's hard when the world's so big, right?
Yeah, exactly. We've actually been working on that at least here for the U.S. kind of like getting a central location, like Missouri or somewhere around there. And mostly
Mm.
Missouri because Marissa has, she wants to start that wellness center, the Torah Observant Wellness Center, and just
Oh, awesome.
offer all kinds of, the natural remedies, things like that. And, she's a massage
Yeah.
therapist as well. So, that definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, nice. That's sort of like what I want to get into doing. Like, yeah, is just making videos and like getting temple products out, like that I use, But yeah, it's yeah, because that empowers people, like detoxing the temple and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's important to do so. And, our bodies are the temple for Yahuah. So that's where he places his name, is inside us.
Yeah.
And yeah, Dominique,
Mm.
I'm actually on it's the 119 Ministries Fellowship Finder. But, there's people on there, don't remove themselves if they've gone astray and things like that. So, but, I'm on there. But I think Sister Jermaine was talking about making some kind of fellowship finder for our personal group here. I think that would be a really good idea. But yeah, having different communities, especially, here in the US, over there in Australia, you know, the UK even. I know that we got a couple here from the UK, Ken being one of them, but, all being able to, have some place where we can fellowship in person and, don't get me wrong, gathering here online is awesome. It's amazing. I don't know what I'd do without it, but, in person is so much better as well. And especially since we've been together here like a year now, literally a year.
Is this number 52?
This is 52.
All right. Hallelujah.
52 weeks of fellowships, 1 year exactly. And praise Yah. I love it. Truly amazing. It is truly amazing. And, I love, like I said before, I love each and every one of you. There's been many of you that have been there for me. And I am here for all of you if you guys need anything, just to talk or to pray or whatever it is. We're all here for each other.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to every single fellowship that we have together, and especially our new midweek midrashes that we're doing, going over the Book of Enoch and things. And it really helps to dig deeper, dive deeper, and to get so many different perspectives as well on what something can say, and even calling out verses that are written different or missing and things like that, like we did, with the Book of Enoch there, there was that verse, it was completely different than another translation. So being able to
It's
test
like
things.
a
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry. No,
No, it's just like testing things on the spot like that versus if you're doing it by yourself, you'd have to go cross-reference it, but doing it together, it's already boom, done right there.
yeah. And like it's like sorry, I'm getting used to tapping the button and getting my finger stuck on it. Um, it's like we're all got X amount of puzzle pieces, right? And all the believers are part of the big puzzle. and like, yeah, you can get different pieces from all different believers, you know, to fill out the puzzle.
Yeah, precisely. That's exactly it right there. We all have a different piece to that big puzzle, you know? I love it. It's amazing. Praise Yah. Like some of us, we have more knowledge or what have you in certain areas. Like some people know more about the calendar, others know more about, health and things like that. Others know more about, this certain aspect or that one. And just coming together and seeing it all, it's truly a blessing and so amazing. It just shows the blessings that Yahuah provides for his people. And it's all really a testimony.
Yeah, it's like it's like we're all in different little groups working on the same puzzle, and we're all trying to put in our little pieces and fighting about which pieces go where. Uh,
We should do less fighting and more trying to reason and work together, Yeah, no, I truly enjoy every bit of our fellowships together always. And, I appreciate and love each and every one of you. You know, I just love every one of you, honestly. It just brings joy to my heart coming together like this. And, you know, I love it.
yeah,
And
I'm glad to have come across this group.
yeah, we're definitely glad to have you here, brother. And each and every one of you, we're glad to have each and every one of you here. And with that being said, I pray everybody has a blessed rest of their evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you're at. And don't forget we're going to meet up Thursday evenings, and I'll schedule it up in the chat here, and we're gonna be going over the rest of the Book of Enoch. Well, not the rest, but more chapters of the Book of Enoch. And I was going to take Brother Joe's suggestion and getting those study books that the God culture has with the cross references and just kind of dig into that more too. So we'll make it a super in-depth study of Enoch. But yeah, no, Shabbat Shalom to everybody, and we will see you very soon. And thank you all, and much love.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.